diamonds are forever. They are all I need to please me. They can stimulate and tease me.
Welcome, everyone, to another episode of the Diamond Trade. I'm your host, Ms. Diamondz, and today we're diving into a topic that's essential for any consumer to consider when it comes to one of the world's most luxurious commodities, diamonds. Yes, you guessed it, we're talking about the ethics, sustainability, and health impacts within the diamond industry. We all know diamonds are often referred to as forever, but with their timeless allure comes a complex and, at times, problematic story. In this episode, we'll explore the environmental and health challenges that come with both natural diamond mining and synthetic diamond production. We'll also discuss how the diamond trade impacts the lives of workers, from miners to polishers, across the globe. By the end of this episode, you'll be better equipped to make informed decisions, whether you're buying a diamond for that special occasion, or just want to understand the full impact of the trade that brings these sparkling stones into our lives. So, grab a seat, get comfy, and let's talk about the diamonds that may not be as perfect as they appear. Let's start by addressing the first big consideration: natural diamond mining. When we talk about the diamond industry, many of us imagine the sparkle, the elegance, and the luxury. But behind that glamour, there's a darker reality tied to environmental destruction. Natural diamond mining, particularly in countries like Russia, Botswana, South Africa, and Canada, is a massive and resource-intensive operation. These mines often involve open-pit mining, which can have catastrophic effects on the environment. The clearing of vast forests, the removal of soil layers, and the excavation of massive holes in the earth are just the beginning. The environmental impacts don't stop there. Water systems are often contaminated with the chemicals used in mining. We're talking about pollutants like cyanide and heavy metals leaching into local waterways, which can destroy ecosystems and endanger wildlife. And it doesn't take much for these chemicals to infiltrate communities that rely on these water sources for drinking and agriculture. But that's not all. The carbon footprint of natural diamond mining is substantial, particularly when we think about the energy required to extract, transport, and process these stones. The carbon emissions from such activities have been linked to climate change, contributing to global warming at a time when the planet can ill afford more damage. Now, you may be wondering, what about synthetic diamonds? Aren't they a more sustainable option? Well, sort of. While synthetic diamonds, also known as lab-grown diamonds, are often touted as an eco-friendly alternative, they come with their own set of challenges. Lab-grown diamonds are created through two primary methods: high-pressure, high-temperature, or HPHT, and chemical vapor deposition, or CVD. Both methods require significant amounts of energy, and the carbon footprint can vary greatly depending on the source of that energy. If the energy comes from fossil fuels, the environmental impacts can still be quite significant. But if the energy comes from renewable sources, then the environmental footprint of creating synthetic diamonds can be much lower. In general, lab-grown diamonds are more energy efficient than natural diamond mining, and they don't require the destruction of ecosystems. But again, the sustainability of synthetic diamonds depends on how green the energy used in their creation is. Additionally, there's still the issue of waste generated during production, materials and chemicals that need to be disposed of carefully to avoid harming the environment. But let's move on from just the environmental aspects and talk about health impacts, because when we talk about ethics and sustainability in the diamond trade, we can't overlook the toll this industry takes on human health. Let's start with the mining process. Workers in diamond mines, especially in countries like Ghana, often face significant health risks. Mining for diamonds in Africa can lead to exposure to harmful dust and air pollutants. In Ghana, for example, workers are at risk of malaria, a disease transmitted by mosquitoes in areas where there is a lot of standing water from mining operations. It's a dangerous environment where workers are not only facing the hazards of mining, but also the threat of contracting life-threatening diseases. Additionally, mining exposes workers to heavy metals like mercury and lead, which can cause long-term damage to the kidneys, nervous system, and overall health. These toxic substances are often used to extract diamonds, and workers can be exposed to them on a daily basis with little to no safety equipment. This is a health crisis that's often overlooked in the glamour of the diamond industry. But the risks don't end with the miners. If we turn our attention to India, where much of the world's diamond cutting and polishing happens, we see another set of health challenges. The workers in diamond polishing factories, especially in cities like Surat, are exposed to dangerous airborne dust from the grinding and polishing of diamonds. These particles can cause respiratory diseases like asthma and even a condition known as cobalt lung. Cobalt lung is a disease caused by the inhalation of cobalt dust, a byproduct of diamond polishing, which is now becoming a significant health risk in the industry. The workers who breathe in these tiny, sharp diamond dust particles often don't have the proper protective equipment, which leads to chronic respiratory problems, and in some cases, it can be fatal. Now, let's talk about how the Natural Diamond Council, or NDC, an organization promoting natural diamonds, positions these concerns. The NDC, originally the Diamond Producers Association, is a non-profit organization that is composed of several major diamond producers, with a mission of educating the public on the current industry, claiming that it is virtually conflict-free and ethical now. They have two main websites, naturaldiamonds.com and diamondlearningcenter.org. They address several frequently asked questions, particularly about the environmental footprint of diamond mining. The NDC states that the carbon footprint of a 1-carat natural diamond is about the equivalent to manufacturing a single MacBook. They also claim that for every acre of land used in mining, 3 acres are conserved, helping protect approximately 1,000 square miles of ecosystems across countries like Australia, Botswana, Canada, South Africa, and Tanzania. The NDC highlights that leading diamond mining companies recycle 84% of the water used in the mining process, and that 99% of the waste produced is rock, with no toxic chemical byproducts. These claims may sound impressive at first, but let's take a closer look. Independent studies paint a much grimmer picture. Diamond mining can lead to significant environmental degradation, soil erosion, deforestation, and destruction of entire ecosystems. The removal of vegetation and topsoil, displacement of wildlife, release of pollutants, and the creation of noise pollution are some of the harmful impacts associated with mining operations. For instance, in Zimbabwe's Morenge diamond fields, mining activities have led to water contamination, which has severely affected local communities and wildlife. While the NDC claims that 3 acres are conserved for every acre mined, this doesn't take into account the immediate and long-term environmental disruptions caused by mining activities, which include habitat destruction and biodiversity loss. Even with efforts to conserve land, the damage done to the land during mining can take years, if not decades, to restore. Additionally, the NDC's FAQs do not address the human rights abuses historically linked to diamond mining. In places like Sierra Leone, diamond mining has been associated with forced labor, child labor, and violence. While the Kimberley process was introduced to address conflict diamonds, its effectiveness has been widely criticized. The process has failed to curb human rights abuses in regions like West Africa, and some organizations have even withdrawn from the Kimberley process, citing its failure to prevent human rights violations. So, the claims made by the Natural Diamond Council regarding environmental conservation and human rights should be critically examined. While some of their assertions about water recycling and waste reduction are valid, they don't fully account for the immense damage done by mining operations on local ecosystems and the significant human rights abuses that continue to plague the industry. There is hope, though. We're seeing more companies focusing on ethical sourcing, transparency, and sustainable practices. The rise of lab-grown diamonds offers an alternative for consumers who want to make an impact without contributing to the environmental and human rights issues of the traditional diamond industry. To wrap things up, diamonds are truly a symbol of beauty and luxury. But, like any beautiful thing, we must ask ourselves, at what cost? The diamond industry has significant ethical, environmental, and health challenges, but there are ways we can make a difference. Whether it's supporting ethical brands, advocating for responsible mining practices and the secondhand jewelry market, or choosing lab-grown diamonds, we all have a role to play in creating a more sustainable and humane industry. Remember, when you purchase a diamond, you're not just buying a stone, you're participating in a complex global industry. So, choose wisely and let your purchase reflect the values you hold dear. Thank you for joining me today on the Diamond Trade. Stay informed, stay conscious, and I'll catch you next time. Keep shining bright!